What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. The Link Inzektor monster, also revealed a couple of days ago. It's a little bit underwhelming. It's not what Inzektors needed, since this new Inzektor Link monster does help them extending their combos, you know, with Inzektors like popping their own stuff and keep special summoning off of the Dragonfly and, yeah, you know, keep upgrading their monsters on the field and eventually OTK your opponent. That's like Inzektors in a nutshell. And that's where the Inzektor Link monster definitely helps. Two separate effects is again when you of course need to inzect monsters, which again is kinda hard. Again, upon Link Summon, when it's Link Summoned you can discard any card, so that's quite good, discarding your Cocoon for example, and then use its graveyard effect, etc, etc, to target another Inzektor monster you control. So sadly you cannot target your Link monster itself, so another Link monster, at least another insect monster, you have to target and then equip any insect monster from your deck as an equip spell card to that targeted monster. So you can pretty much instantly search out Hornet or Retaliating Sea, for example, to, you know, eventually pop it to search out Maxx, for example. But again, and that's the downside, you can't equip something from your deck directly to your Link monster, so that's already a big bummer. And its second effect, though, it's like a Pot of Avarice. Once per turn you can target 3 insect monsters in your graveyard and shuffle them back into the deck to draw 1 card. Again, very nice to, again, extend their combos, but not let them start their combos. So this card would fit in much better if it, let's say, like upon Link Summon, you can send any insect monster from the deck to the grave, like Hornet, for example, right? Immediately setting up your Hornet, but that's sadly not the case here with your new Link monster. It does need 2 insect type monsters, but again, Grinder Golem helps with this if you like it or not. As you know, Grinder Golem is pretty much a 1-card Kyrios, the Lightsworn monster, which is pretty much again Lavalval Chain 2.0. So again, immediately setting up your Inzektor Hornet from your graveyard and giving some extra mills in the process. Same for Akashic Magician, milling in the process, potentially setting up more Inzektors in your grave, filling up your grave. Also maybe milling Cocoon to, you know, get its graveyard effect going. Same for Gofu. I've dropped the sorcerers, the Link 3 sorcerers from the main deck, since the same combo of Gofu, combo of Gofu and any normal summon insect monster leads to sorcerers, but also leads to Kyrios. So yeah, Kyrios is definitely the superior choice here, since she sets up your Hornet. Again, Grinder Golem extending your plays, definitely needed. I tried out Metal Foes earlier, but guys, and that's the biggest reason why I didn't like it that much, is of course with only 1 Dragonfly and 1 Hornet. And I think we can all agree is that by the time we are getting this new support from Link Vrains, yeah, Inzektors might be coming off of the list, right? With triple Dragonfly, triple Hornet, something, yeah, same in the OCG. So it's highly likely that will happen in the TCG as well. And if we would have access to triple Hornet and triple Dragonfly, but mainly triple Hornet, I would definitely pick up Metal Foes. You know, Hornet, popping your own stuff, getting a search off of your Metal Foe combination, for example, then it's quite nice. But now with only 1 Dragonfly and 1 Hornet, you're just better off, I believe, just playing like a regular Metal Foe deck, right? You're just making a Metal Foe deck worse if you're adding in the Inzektors, but that's my opinion. Other than that, very standardish list, I believe. Extra deck again. Other options, yeah, Galaxy Worm takes up your normal summon. Don't really like it that much. The Striker is there as a level 2, potentially for your Insect Imitation. Not really a huge fan of the card, but you need to run it. If you have it with your level 2 Inzektor monster, it gets your setup going. But other than that, the Link 2 is quite good, as you will see in a couple of moments. So let's see a couple of examples. Alright, first example, and I think I get to start. What else? I can start with Grinder Golem. The specific combo here is opening with the Grinder Golem himself and Inzektor Centipede with any equip card. So Centipede is quite important, since Centipede will start out your one of Dragonfly. And again, during, at least if you would have been playing under the OCG list, getting this would be much more consistent. You know, triple Dragonfly, etc, etc. Akashic Magician, milling 4 cards, not really sure which card I called to potentially add it to my hand. Anyway, I think I missed it, but doesn't really matter too much here. Most importantly, I can go for curios as well, and that's where the eventually, thanks to, you know, firewalls, not once per turn effect, keep special summoning something from your hand. So there is a centipede, and eventually, thanks to centipede, you can search out your dragonfly from the deck, upgrading to the second firewall, and that's of course very straightforward, right? Gets your dragonfly on the field, and now you can start doing your shenanigans with the cards you just searched out earlier. So again, getting the multiple centipedes on the field, etc, etc. You know it, guys. Again, my main purpose, my main goal here is to make sure that my opponent can't do anything. That's you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! During the past couple of years, establish your big boards. That's what Inzektors definitely do, and OTK afterwards, but again, going first, it's not their strongest play. Again, as I mentioned before, the Inzektor monster definitely helps with them prolonging your combo, and you can equip any insect monster from your deck, so you can like equip your, what is it called, your retaliating C indeed, puppet, search Maxx, again, so good against pretty much every top tier deck, so that again puts you in a very good position. It also has like a pot of average effect, so again, extending your combo. So the new Link Inzektors, the new Link Inzektor monster, definitely a good card, but sadly it doesn't really start your combos, it does extend it. Anyway, this is again the board I was talking about, Grinder Golem with Centipede with any equip leads to this particular board. Of course, uninterrupted, but you know, it's just giving you the option. You know, you have to make sure you know which boards you can make if you have that particular combination of cards in your hand. I was making Sorceress at this point, but eventually I dropped it, as I said before, since again, opening with Gofu and any normal summonable Inzektor monster, Dark Inzektor monster, gives you the option to go for Curios as well, and Curios is just better, since again, it immediately sets up your Hornet by, you know, Foolish Burial it to the, at least, yeah, Foolish Burial it to the graveyard. I tried to Grinder Golem my opponent, but nope, run it to strike and that's game over. That's Inzektors, right, with only one Hornet and with one Dragonfly, hardly any big pushes you can make. Finally, after a couple of tries, not getting Ash Blossomed, you'll see it in a couple of moments, finally get Insect Imitation off. And I'm not really a huge fan of Insect Imitation, but I think you have to run it at 3 here in the deck, especially because, you know, one Dragonfly, one Hornet, and it will set up your plays. I think there's no reason to make an Exceed, because something like Bakushka, because, again, I don't really have a follow-up play for next turn if I would do that. Most of the time, it's just better to leave your insect monsters on the field. No reason to search out Hornet earlier, but you know, searching out Excalibur was much more important, just in case, you know, the opponent is able to get rid of my field, I can use Excalibur to get a Dragonfly back. And now, again, child's play, keep upgrading my stuff, also eventually going for the Link Inzektor monster, which again, eventually will extend my, my field presence, my big boss monsters, and you know, it's like the same. My main goal here is again, eventually make Firewall Dragon and, you know, keep upgrading, keep special summoning, eventually. So again, as Excalibur keep triggering the same Dragonfly, and I believe eventually I should be making the Firewall Dragon, and that indeed was a last target, no Inzektors left, but that's where the Link monster comes into play, sending back 3, but nope, the opponent doesn't allow me to do that. So GG, well played, another example. The opponent gets a start that's a decent, it's his start isn't really that fantastic. That's Invoked, right? Opening isn't really that good with Invoked. So again, one back row, but I think I have to go for it, right? Go for Grinder Golem again, same combinations, same card combos. Eventually will be upgrading to Firewall again, somewhat crucial to, special summon your Inzektors from your hand, but, you know, it also extends your combos. Akashic Magician again, milling 4, not really sure which card, indeed, I believe I called, I don't remember, I believe Strike or Ash Blossom or maybe the Inzektor Centipede. Doesn't matter. Anyway, go for Kyrios and special summon the one of Inzektor in my hand, which is the Hopper, which is quite good again. And here is where the Cocoon comes into play. Very nice, bypassing or dodging the Cyclone. Definitely threatened by banishing the Hornet, but you know, Cocoon is a quick play spell. So setting up my Dragonfly, and now I can just OTK. Searching out Retaliating C, which I'll be popping in a couple of moments to search out Maxx, but again, I can attack for game. later in the duel. That's Inzektors, guys. A lot of, yeah, like solitaire plays, let the opponent wait, and eventually they'll OTK you, right? So go for the second Firewall Dragon and made sure that I again had the same Dragonfly in hand, special summon it, and again, pretty much the same, guys, extending the combos again, which will lead to the OTK. So I'm definitely liking the new Inzekt monster, the new Inzekt Link monster, but it's a bummer that it doesn't really start your combos, right? Let's say upon summon you can send something like Hornet from your deck to the grave. That would definitely be very good, but it does extend your combos, but that's it. So it doesn't really solve the problem. And a nice brick hand here, again with only one Dragonfly, one Hornet, and yeah, triple Ladybug, I believe. The deck is not really the best consistent deck. Of course, with everything at 3 as in the OCG, then it's much more consistent, much more easy, of course. But now, nope, any kind of disruption like a hand trap on the Insect imitation, that's mainly Ash Blossom, of course, that's game over. Again, losing 2 cards in the process. And now, I believe the opponent, not really sure, I believe he's going for Decode Talker. Okay, that's quite good. Then again, prevent targeting. So that's again a big problem, but that's not going to save me. Again, one of the weaknesses of Inzektors, if you can stop their normal summon, say for Magical Musketeers, right? Same concept, really. Last example, X-Sabers, I believe, indeed. So he has the Rescue Cat, that's cute. He's going for Mrs. Radiant, get 2 searches off of Dark Soul in the end phase. Okay, quite cute, but double Grinder Golem, guys. This is crazy stuff. Okay, he's going to strike the first one, but nope, sadly for him, I do have the second one. I do have to sacrifice my normal summon, but you know, that doesn't really matter, right? And you know, yeah, it's pretty much the same combos. Security Dragon again, bouncing back, eventually go for Firewall Dragon and trying my luck, testing my luck with the Akashic Mills, and I believe I call Centipede, and you know what, the last card here is the Centipede, so perfect. Going for Kyrios again, setting up the Hornet in my graveyard, special summon Centipede thanks to Firewall, and now again the rest is history, so pop his back row, and again keep spamming my field full, and yeah, thanks to my Centipede I was able to search out Dragonfly, the one of Dragonfly, and again, always the same, keep establishing your board, keep abusing and destroying your own stuff with, yeah, Dragonfly, Centipede, etc. But again, main point here is to easily set OTK your opponent. Some nice advantage. Yeah, the fact that you can search any insect monster from your deck with the Link the Link Inzektor monster is quite good, searching out Retaliating Sea, for example, which again is a quite a good hand trap against some of the current top tier decks, so it's not like an empty, useless hand trap if you can't destroy it your own, so it's okay, guys. Anyway, special summon everything again to the field, and now I should be able to finish the game. So, all in all, this is currently my build. Again, I didn't really like the Metal Foe variant, but if everything is at full force, I'm definitely going to pick that up. Then it's much more consistent. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.